こんにちは、私はJeidoChannel.iです。よろしくお願いします。And welcome back to episode 3 of EvilChroni. So, last time we did a couple of extras and we learned about Madame Merry-Go-Round and aka Maria or Alice, but the good thing is Tadian has added some very useful recap slides for us to look back at and remember the characters, because I will always seem to get their names mixed up. So yeah, that is very entirely helpful to me. Thank you so much, Tadian, for keeping up with these slides for us to learn more about the series itself. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna go over these real quick. Let me turn this fan on over here because I'm hot. It's hot in here. I'm sweating already, and I literally just turned this camera on. Okay, so Levia Barisol, currently infected by hereditary evil razor syndrome form of spirit data. Behemoth is also in the form of spirit data. Seth Twilight is unknown. He has unknown whereabouts. Had a hereditary evil razor syndrome. Maria Moonlit, prophet and queen of Levianta. And the title or name is Alice Merry-Go-Round. Okay, so her real name is Maria, and then her queen name is Alice. Okay, so for our terminology, the first period refers to the first world, Behemoth's origin. Second period, the virtual world infected by her, origin of Seth, Levia, and other scientists. The third period, the magical world, rest of EvilChroni takes place there. Her is hereditary evil razor syndrome, like I said, makes you violent. Climb 1, spaceship where Behemoth, Levia, and Seth died, now remained sin and built into a temple in Levianta. Two-headed dragon god Levia, Behemoth. Gods of love and faith, their dragon body is abandoned somewhere, now that they are trying to find new vessels. Spirit data. Souls in this form are stuck. Levia, Behemoth, and other scientists that died in Climb 1. So, yeah. Basically, Levia and Behemoth, they only have, like, their spirits. They don't have, like, actual, bodies. So that's why they're trying to find vessels, and that's why they want, Maria or, Alice to make vessels for them. And here we have a timeline. Okay. Bloodstained Switch. The first period creates virtual world. The second period giving it the disease her. Scientists from the second period escape their planet to space. Third period is created. Climb 1 crashed. Madame Merry-Go-Round happens after the third period. Maria Moonlit is chosen as the queen of Levianta. Alice gives birth to twins. They are thrown into a river. Alice is given the prophecy about the destruction of Levianta. So, that's it before we do Project Ma. But now I want to go into the comments real quick. Okay, so we have some things that kind of help clear up the last batch. So I'm going to read this comment by Tadian. So it was Maria who assumed the lightning gifted her the gift of prophecy, and actually it was just Levia and Behemoth whispering to her. And why she believed when, well, they already had religion around them, and when gods talked to her, and then when the gods talked to her, she believed them. Also, she was 14. The first queen was named Alice, and she reformed Levianta and extracted some old technologies from the ruins. Her daughter, after becoming queen, started the tradition of every queen having the title Alice Merry-Go-Round to honor her mother. Then, after the fifth queen was unable to bear children, the next queens were always chosen by the Senate. Maria was chosen because she was a prophet. So why did this happen? So there was only one person that could visit Maria to her room, and that was the head senator. When she became pregnant, he knew that there would be a scandal because people would assume that he was the father. After trying to force Maria to have an abortion, then catching her when she tried to run away with her newborn twin, she disposed of them. Yes, this series is really disturbing and dark, so I hope you'll be okay with this all. A great reaction as always, and I love how you cooked with Queen of Glass. You saw through those frauds immediately. When Queen of Glass was playing, it was like, it was like just like a mic drop in my head, like, oh, yeah, I kind of see where this is going. And there was just something about it where it's just like, no, this is This is going in a direction, and I know exactly what direction it's going in. But anyway, this time around, we're going to be doing Project Ma, Escape of the Salmholfer, I'm just going to say Escape the Witch, because I'm not going to butcher this name. I'm not going to do it. Escape with the Witch, and Moonlit Bear, and then I guess next time, in the next set we'll do Ma Survival, Whereabouts of the Miracle, and then Clockworker. I guess that's the next set we'll do. So yeah, we're going to be starting with Project Ma. But first, before we start with Project Ma, I guess I have another EvilChroni CD. So yeah, I'm going to be showing that off first before we start. So this one is Vocalofantasy. Like, it seems like Miku's like this this warrior type of like knight. It seems like, you know, actually I think Kaito's a knight too. I think Mayu is a witch. Gakupo, I don't know, Gakupo looks like an assassin or something. Gumi looks like a archer. So here's the front of the CD, here's the back. It's kind of like the, you know, the outer cover. The CD is really nice, look at that. So as for the song list, I'm going to name a few that I know that are on here. Streaming Heart by Deco is on here. Love Trial by 40MP. Hold on. Oh, I think Patchwork Stachio, which Patchwork Stachio, man, I used to listen to Patchwork Stachio a whole lot, but I used to listen to the Yamine Renri version. If anyone doesn't know Yamine Renri, man, I wish people still did songs with her. Her voice is so amazing for an Utao voice bank. She was amazing. I loved when people did covers with her, especially Akem's version of Disillusioned by Maretu with Yamine Renri. Oh my goodness, you guys have to listen to that. But anyway, I think also Holy Lance Explosion Boy is on here as well. And okay, the inclusions. First of all, we have this is a cam badge. Here are all of like the designs that you can get of the Vocaloids on here, and I want you guys to take a guess of who I got. Da 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 da! It's our main character, Hatsune Miku. Okay, so this is very, very, very cute. I kind of wonder why she's not like centered on this pin, but you know, it's still cute. It's still fine. I'm just wondering, like, okay, why isn't her head like centered, like in the center? And that's always kind of bothered me. And then there was also like a set of like random like keychains of all the Vocaloids. They're not themed though, so they're just like in their regular like default forms, but some of them are like really cute. And here's Meko. She's kind of like kissing the screen a little. Oh, she's very cute. And yeah, that's Vocalofantasy. Alright, so without further ado, let's start with Project Ma. I could put it in full screen. Okay, so I think this is about Maria's like children that were sent and thrown into the river. So yeah, we'll figure out what happens with this. Okay, nice and mellow, but also very spooky-ish. Hi, Miku. From where shall I tell? My name is Eve Zevs. Okay, she said it. Hold on. Zevzda. I'm just gonna call you Eve. Okay, Miku? That's good. The best witch in this country. Okay, so she's a witch. The name of the man I love is Adam. A very superior scientist. Why is everybody a scientist? After this, you will become the mother of gods. Whoa. Hold on. Huh? What? What is going on? What was that? What was that switch? The Dark Legacy sin eventually will destroy the country. The Great Prophet, the Queen of Glass, informed as much. The means to prevent it is the reincarnation of the twin gods. So we shall let the twin gods be birthed. They'll search for the woman who surpassed all amount of time. Is this Meko? The person selected, Ma, yes, will be the country's new queen. Oh, Project Ma, because it's like mother? Is that what we're doing? I don't know why I was selected. I don't know why either. This is not alright. Everything's over. Let's have a marriage ceremony. I'm thinking that you are not going to be able to have this marriage ceremony, okay? Don't think you're going to be able to go back to a regular life after this. I'm just letting you know, don't get your hopes up for nothing. Divine seed is embedded in the cradle. I wait for the time they'll be born, the twins of God. Sleep well, what did you say, Kaito? Sorry, what? Sleep well, princess, sleeping beauty. I have this uneasy, weird feeling. Adam's project. You know, sometimes I'm sorry, Kaito. Sometimes I have a hard time trusting you in songs. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's certain songs. I don't know. It's just... I mean, I don't really have an example off the top of my head, but I just feel like... I don't know. There's just something... Okay. In this context, like, she said that you were a scientist, okay? I wouldn't trust a scientist in this world if my life depended on it. Because my life is probably going to end up going to heck afterwards. Adam's project, and you are supposed to be Adam when all this stuff is happening, and you're like, oh yeah, it's okay, you know, don't worry about it. You told her sweet dreams. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The story of the beginning. From where should I tell? I don't know, you look like you have this very cold, my name is Adam Moonlit, the best scientist in this country. Oh, okay, everyone thinks they're the best of whatever. Alright. I have regretful news, the project was a failure. Don't tell me Eve died, or something. The twins were born already dead. With that, all my dreams and ambitions disappeared. So, something tells me that, something went wrong. Yes, but is Eve okay? That's my concern. Is she alive? You're worried about your project. Is Eve okay? The scientist who lived Adam. Is this Gakupo? I can't tell. That might be Gakupo, not gonna lie. Okay. Everybody watching this, would you trust this man? I'm not asking about Kaito in general. I'm talking about, like, the role he's playing here. This smile is almost reaching up to your eyes. I'm just saying, like, no. To me, Project Ma is a heaven-sent chance. Okay, I have not heard any mention of Eve, the girl that you said that you were going to marry after this. Yeah, that's Gakubo. He has a ponytail. I will use it and control this country. Yeah, I forgot. He's Maria's son. Because he just said that he'll take over the country, the Senate, and Seth took my mother from me. Seth, isn't that Kyoteru? Hold on. Wait, was he the... Hold on. Now it's time to punish them. Wait, so Seth is the Senate guy? The project begins to... Okay, so Eve's fine. Eve's fine. Seemingly she's fine. Okay. The project begins. The candidate is a witch of Nemu village. We were acquainted in temptation. I made her my own. I wouldn't trust you as far as I can throw you. No way. Okay. Okay, cool. I knew. I just knew. You're fake. You're fake, Kaito. I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. We were acquainted in temptation. I made her my own lover. So you had this whole plan, like, thought out to begin with. Like, you had your sights set on her because you wanted her to be part of your project. But basically you were lying, telling her that, oh yeah, you love her, and yeah, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna get married after the project. After the project. Okay. It was a simple thing with the brainwashing venom. I shouldn't have had any doubts, but... My beloved Eve, I've broken you. I'm sorry. No, you're not. My calculations were that the twins died. And that's you, who I was with just to use. I came to love completely. You say that, but I mean, you might have, but I'm not believing you. Of course she would. Come, let's get married in the forest, and our favorite. Okay, but the thing is, like, does she truly love him? Because you gave her a brainwashing drug. You brainwashed her. So does she truly love you, or is she still under the influence of that? And are you just in love with the version of her that's brainwashed and completely wrapped around your finger? No, y'all don't. No, you don't. This is... Okay. The moon and stars vanish from the south sky. I don't know why this just reminded me of, like, the music video of Cantarella in, like, Project Diva, where Kaito's the one that's still, you know, doing all the singing, and so, like, I'm gonna ignore the lore of Cantarella, okay? Kaito's the one that's doing all the singing, you know, he's, you know, dancing with her, you know, bringing her along, and then Miku's just in the background, just to be eye candy. Oh. Okay. Okay, my question is, why didn't you die? That's my question. Why are you not dead? I don't care, Seth. Why does everyone seem to think they're the best scientists in this country? Cain and Abel were a failure. Adam and Eve disappeared. Oh no, I think you need to die. For the sake of having my ambitions granted. Can someone, like, get rid of him? I'm asking from, like, the bottom of my heart. Can someone get rid of him, please? The way Eve's I love you was written in katakana really gives me the vibe that at this point she has already lost her mind when Lynn dies before even being born. Okay, so, these slides are just for Project Ma, so I think that this is okay to read. Okay, Eve Zevza is a powerful witch from Nemu village. One of her abilities is to summon lightning. With them, she protected her village from the terrorist group Apocalypse and hides her abilities as a witch. One day, she meets two scientists who were behind Project Ma. They were searching for a woman with powerful magic to give birth to twin gods. Eve tried to hide her powers at first, but when her village was destroyed by the apocalypse, she agreed to participate in Project Ma. She fell in love with scientist Adam Moonlit. Okay, so Adam's project. Adam Moonlit was an orphan adopted by a scientist who knew his origins. Adam didn't discover his past until his adopted father was on his deathbed. It was revealed that he was the son of Maria Moonlit, the queen of Levianta. He then began working as a scientist and planned revenge on the Senate because he took him away from his mother. Project Ma was created after the queen, Alice Merry-Go-Round, disappeared, and Adam knew that scientist Seth had something to do with it. He used the brainwashing drug venom created by Seth to brainwash Project Ma candidate Eve to become his lover. His plan was that after Eve gives birth to twins, she would become the queen and he can rule the country. The project failed because Adam mixed his DNA to the magical process of creating the children. He wanted the children to be his too, not just Eve's. The children, Cain and Abel, were stillborn, and Eve lost her mind. Adam finally realized that he loved her and escaped with her to Hel's forest where they can live in peace. Okay, so he abandoned the project because, like, Eve lost her mind, and yeah, he realized that he actually did like her. During his illegal boarding of the spaceship, he created himself an artificial human body and put it into this third world. After his death in the crash, he put his spirit data into this new body. Why would you do that? Just stay as data and don't bother anybody. In Levianta, he became a scientist and improved his new body. This is when he receives a clone of himself using originally Behemoth's method to these artificial humans are called ghost children. They look like normal humans, but he inserted her into them. Later, he had become head scientist of Project Ma and manipulated events behind the scenes. His goal is unknown, but he took the queen away and performed experiments on her. She was never seen again, and the next queen will be the one who will give birth to twin gods. So, Seth is just an evil a-hole. So, I think we already knew that, but, what's his deal? What is his problem? What is Seth's problem? So, my question is, I do wonder, because didn't Maria have 2 children? And, okay, Adam is one of them because his last name is Moonlit. Where was the other one? Where did the other one go? Like, I'm hoping it's not Eve, but it wasn't, like, mentioned, so I'm not very sure. So it should be okay, I guess. But I'm not putting anything past whatever the series has, so whatever. Anyway, Escape of the Witch. Meko! Oh, Eve. Seth. Wow. Or is that Kaito? I don't know. Yeah. No, never mind. That was Adam. This is Seth. Hansel, Gretel. I ran through a forest path for a flower scatter. Hold on, let me listen to it. Oh, her tuning is pretty smooth. Alright, Mothly, her tuning is pretty smooth. I know because sometimes, like, Meko's tuning can be a little more rough depending on, like, who's doing it. And I noticed Kaito's was pretty smooth, too. But, you know, sometimes I hear where the tuning is, like, a little, like, more rough sounding than others, so it just really depends. I ran through a forest path for flower scatter with a pair of red fruits. A fugitive. Not knowing my father and not knowing my mother. Okay, so she's an orphan and I grew up all alone. When I was 20, the one I loved was, oh please, no, the culprit, no, Meko, please take that back. Please take that back right now. Please take that back right now. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Girl. To say something good, I remember the very first Meko song I ever heard was Pianoforte, Scandal. I love Meko in that song. I don't know, it's always been one of my favorites from Meko. Anyway, if you're attracted to evil, you'll find yourself tainted too. And so the people called me witch. A criminal who was splattered with fresh red blood and fled into a corrupted love. I need you to flee away from this love, please. My children aren't anywhere. Okay, this is like when Eve went crazy. Cried a blood-stained, wailing woman. Looking down on that, I was suddenly wrapped in chains. What, did they think Meko cursed her or something? Did they think Meko cursed her children? Why is Meko the one getting locked up in a concrete room? I'd be like, this has nothing to do with me, actually. Like, what are we doing? Is it just because I'm a witch that you decided that, oh, it must be my fault? Because surely we must burn the witch, right? My sins will be judged one day. The prison is inhuman and dark. Stood in front of my execution chair. Yeah, of course. Was a scientist who resembles him. Okay, so resembles him, but it's not him. The scientist wants a test subject. So, okay, let me see if I can get this straight. Let me see if I can get this straight. Okay, so Meko was captured, but I kind of think maybe it's Seth's plan that to capture her so that he can use her for his plan instead of Eve, so that he can make her his test subject in replacement. And maybe she went ahead and agreed because she said that he resembled her lover, which wouldn't be him in the first place. But anyway, yeah, so maybe because of that, she was like kind of weak to it, and she was like, okay, that's fine, I'll go ahead and do it since you look like the evil person that I like. The destination I face is a research laboratory. The divine seed was embedded. I had birth to adorable twins. Okay, so this time it worked. Because, okay, so probably Seth did it the right way instead of the way that, what's his name? Adam did it. Lab rats without a father. I remember that I was once the same. Manufactured inside a beaker. I was a ghoul child. Oh. I won't let these children become their toys. It was life only running away. Okay, so now she took the children and then ran away with them. I have a feeling this is not going to go well, by the way. I was not granted. I ran away with the 2 babies that I love. Held to my breast, I ran through the night. A fugitive. We live hidden in a neighboring country. We have to stay out of the public eye. Okay, how long did this last? Because I know that this didn't last for long. The children and I go out on moonlit nights. Oh, did she run into... I don't know. Did she run into Adam and Eve? That should have been a fun walk, but... Why would you... In a mere moment, I had taken my eyes off. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? The children were gone. Oh, the way that abruptly ended. We hear the crows. Oh my god. Who? Wait. Miku? Wait, is that Eve or is it someone else? Because I kind of have a feeling. I can't tell. Maybe that's Eve, because Adam and Eve went to live in that same exact forest. I'm thinking that, you know, since Eve is already crazy, maybe she went out there and she found the kids and she took them because she didn't have her own. Okay. Let's look at this. This is a very good illustration of Meko, by the way. Okay, escape of the witch. So her name is Meta. Okay, so her name is Meta. Apparently the guy that she loves, who looks exactly just like Seth, is pale. Noelle. Yeah, you're pale. Not as pale as you could be, but you're pale. Okay, so Meta is a ghoul child, an artificial human created by Seth, having a unique personality and appearance unlike his other subjects. One day, she escaped in the laboratory and was abducted by a farmer, imprisoned in his house and abused. Around the time she was 20, Pale Noelle rescued her and encouraged her to kill the farmer. Pale Noelle was Seth's clone, so he looked like him. Pale was a leader of a criminal organization, Apocalypse, and Meta joined him. There she became known as a powerful witch. Okay, so this Apocalypse thing was mentioned in Eve's. So, yeah, that same group was the one attacking Eve's village. And they even destroyed Eve's village. Okay. Interesting. So Seth probably made him just for the fact, you know, of making sure that Meta, you know, just to make sure that his plan goes well with Meta. encouraged her to kill the farmer. So that's why she's like a fugitive, and that's why they're like criminals or whatever. She once met Eve while she was destroying the village of Nemu with the other members of Apocalypse. Oh. So she helped them destroy Eve's village. Okay, so she was that was the reason why she was imprisoned. Okay. At her execution, she was surprised to discover that her executioner was disguised as Seth Twilight. Seth offered her freedom in exchange for becoming a test subject for Project Ma. Meta agreed. After she became pregnant, she was hidden in a laboratory and was unable to become queen due to her criminal past. The twins were born healthy and were named Hansel and Gretel. Meta remembered her past as Seth's experiment, took the children, and escaped with Pale's help. Meta then lived with her children hidden in Held's forest, and one night when she left them alone for a moment, the twins disappeared. Okay. So, okay, Hansel and Gretel. These are obviously Levia and Behemoth's like vessels. Alright, so because that was the point. That was the whole point for them, for Levia and Behemoth to have vessels to be able to, I guess, so that their spirit data can use the vessels, so they can have actual bodies. Okay, I'm still banking on the fact that Eve, aka Miku, found these kids in the forest, took them because she's insane. Yeah, so that's what I'm going with. So let's do Moonlit Bear, and the next one, yeah, by Miku. So this must be like the continuation. Okay, oh my gosh, I love how it picks up exactly right after. We still hear the crows and everything. We're still in the forest. Alright, let me see. Oh. What? Okay, all these flash. Hold on, all these flashings. Okay. Hold on. Let me pay attention a little. Are all these her? Okay, so this is like Miku Kaito. What do you hope to the moon? Do you wish it for the person who loves? What do you fear most? Do you have courage to commit the crime? Oh, I'm sorry, this is such an old video. Oh, 320p is all we have. Okay. Let me get my eyes ready. In a dark corner of the forest, I picked up some red fruits. You know, same thing that Meko said. A wonderful present. Will he be happy if I bring them back? Okay, so this is like a metaphor. So like the red apples meaning like the two children. Specifically the red apples me standing like for, you know, Meko's children. Meko, whatever. And then so Miku's one, oh my gosh. So Eve's wondering if she should bring the children back. And wondering if Adam will like her to do so. And saying that, okay, he'll probably be as happy as I am. Quickly, let's head back home. Yep, she went out there and nabbed those children. How far did Meko go into the forest? To that she just how long were you gone leaving the children in the forest? Okay, even if there wasn't a person in the forest, there could be like anything out there. There could be like a wild animal out there. There could be like wild wolves out there. Giant crows. There could be like literally anything in this forest, girl. I don't know if you were going to get food or water. I don't know what you were doing. But like you couldn't have like use like a cloth and like strap them to like your front side or your back or something. I don't know, just like something besides leaving them on the ground by a tree in the forest, and that while you go a little far off. Like I know you don't have many choices. I know that you're probably tired of running, but at the same time, like there has to be, at least keep them closer, at least put them down closer to where you're gonna be and not like in a random spot. Because in the dark night like this, scary bears will come out. Yeah, there could be bears in this forest. Even if it wasn't a person, something would have gotten these kids. I found them through great pain. Yeah, because she's crazy. She thinks they're hers. To no one will I ever want to hand them over. So this is kind of like a parallel foil to the previous song. It's how she's talking about like on the forest path where flowers bloom, she runs. Owl holding her red fruit close, the children. If I go back like this, he and I will definitely become happy. But from behind me, making a frightening face, was a bear chasing me. So, okay, actually, the bear is a metaphor for Meko, aka Meta. So, Meta was trying to get her children back, probably. And Eve, I'm sorry. I keep getting these names mixed up. Okay, so Eve was just like, oh no, it's a bear, because she's kind of hallucinating, so she just thought like, please let me run away. I knew that, in fact these fruits are the bear's treasures. So I run and stumble around. I will not hand over this happiness. The moon illuminates the bear's form. The black shadow is advancing upon me. The right way is already lost. Even so, I keep running, only merely running. I cried, and the bear cried. We both cried. The two fruits also the kids also cried. Everyone was crying. Her eyes just turned red. What did you do? What was that? Did you kill her? I finally arrived home sweet home. The way she's sounding is like so like tired. Like, hey, this is a nice little house in the woods though. Like, how did y'all get this nice house in the woods? He was smiling gently, but he's also like, what are you doing? What is that? I love how Miku's tuning here sounds like she's like sad or like kind of exhausted. Like, he saw the two fruits, he made a very sad face. This is really sad. This is like, oh my gosh, what is this? What did you do? And also kind of like, oh my gosh. And also because he probably didn't know about the project or the experiment that did he know about the project experiment that Seth was trying to do? Probably not. Like, he hated Seth, but I don't know if he knew about like the project. He probably sees these kids and he's like, so you're telling me that he was able to do something that I wasn't able to do? So I wonder if Kaito's gonna have like this not even bitterness, like wanting to have this like revenge plot thing in his mind. I don't know. I don't want to know how he's gonna react to this actually. Oh, he wanted to tell her the truth. Listen, our children are already... he wanted to tell her the truth. Our children are already not a part of this world. Please return these children. Okay, that's a better response than I expected. Alright, so he was like, nah, like, you need to give these kids back. He's like, actually, I'm a little over it. We are living just fine in the forest. I don't want these two children. Okay, I don't want these children. So can you please put them back in the forest where you got them from? It's like, I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. Please return them to their mother's side. And then he's like, what are you talking about? I am their mother. Oh my gosh. Just like, what are you talking about? I shouldn't even be laughing. That was literally perfect. Hold on. That was perfect. I'm sorry. Hold on, back up a little bit. Back up. You see how this changes so fast? Well, let me let Kaito speak a little bit. Like, I feel bad for her, but at the same time, the way that was timed was so genius. Like, the little bell sound and the music completely stopping, and she's like, what did you just say to me? It's just like, what did you just say to me? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. That was funny. I don't know what it is. That was funny. It shouldn't be, though, but it kind of was. Hold on, what did she say? Unknowingly, the truth with its fangs and claws tore me apart, even so. Yeah, she still doesn't want to give them up, though. If not, that she's just gonna go even more crazy, unfortunately, but, like, girl, you gotta put them to... You gotta put the children back. I don't know if she will, but, God, with my own hands, I have committed an unforgivable crime. If you could, you can still fix it if you do it now. He's like, yep, go put them children back. I knew she was gonna refuse. She's like, it's no use because already... I knew that she... This isn't even funny! What's wrong? Okay, I knew that she did... That was... When she snapped earlier, I was like, no. She killed her. No. Yeah. I was like, yeah, all this talk about, Adam, Kaito, wanting her to, like, put, like, hey, you need to put the children back. You need to give the kids back to their mom. And how she's like, yeah, no, but also, even if I wanted to, she's dead. Like, so, in other words, I get to keep them anyway, because they have no home to go back to. Because she kind of snapped, because, you know, she's already lost her mind. And even if she would have given them back at this point, she's still gonna, like, do something crazy, or she probably just would have snapped at the last minute. So, in other words, Adam, you better watch her back, because I don't know, like, she might do something to you too, I'm not sure. But that's crazy. Daughter, this is a crazy video. This one might be, okay, this one might have won the favorite video from, so far for me. This might honestly have won the favorite PV so far. This is crazy. I love how he's like, oh no, you can still do it, and then she's like, oh. She's like, I like how they actually have her speaking right there. I want to know, how did she drag the... did this happen just outside their home? Or did she literally drag Meko's corpse to the door? And if so, why would she do that? I want to know, how did she kill her? With her probably with her powers. Probably with her powers. I forgot she was a witch. Because earlier it kind of sounded like a gunshot a little bit. But I think it's probably with her powers or something. Because it doesn't seem like she's bleeding. Beside her, a little glass bottle filled with milk. Wow. Okay, honestly, hands down, best video so far. Best PV so far. I loved that. Okay. My favorite, Moonlit Bear. Yeah, you're taking the cake. You're taking the cake. That's great. Oh my goodness. This PV is brilliant. My favorite parts being the part where she keeps turning and then she finally snaps. That's when she murders Meta. Okay, she goes back home. She's showing Kaito, right? Kaito's like, no, you need to put them back. You need to return them. I love her scream too. Someone mentioned how it mixes with the violin. That's one thing Miku can do. Miku can scream. Miku has range. She can do that perfectly. And then my other favorite part is when they have her talking after Kaito was like, give them back. I mean, I already knew that they'd kill this character of Meko's because the fact that, she's on the run. She has two important kids because of them being Levian Behemoth's vessels or whatever. I knew as soon as she went into the forest on the last video, when she left them there, I knew that Eve was going to come pick them up because, first of all, in the video before that, in Project Ma, Kaito said that they had moved to the forest. Miku has lost her mind. Obviously, she's going to find these kids, she's going to pick them up, and she's going to believe that they're hers because she lost her set of twins. So that just makes sense. But the execution in these videos and in the songs is so great. I love that. It's just so great. This is absolutely, definitely, hands down, my favorite PV so far. I believe it's sad for both Meko and Miku. The story was clearly devised in the way that we feel pity for both the victim and the offender because we know both sides of the story. Yeah, exactly. Miku's lost her mind because of, what happened to her. And Meko, she's always been, on the run. She wanted to, save the children and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's read this slide for Moonlit Bear. One night in Held's Forest, Eve Moonlit discovers 2 apples lying on the ground during her walk. She takes them but is pursued by a bear and she begins to run. When she returns home, Eva shows the apples to her husband, Adam. He reminds her that her 2 children are already dead and tell her to return these ones to their real mother. Eve realizes that what she has done, her delusion is broken. As Adam insists that she can fix it, Eve admits that it is already too late because she has stroked the bear with lightning. Oh, so that's what that was. It wasn't really... Okay, so now I think about it, it does kind of sound like lightning or thunder. Hitting her. Because I know that Meko, she wasn't bleeding. So I know that it wasn't, a gunshot. Because obviously she would be bleeding. And, Miku couldn't carry, a gun anyway. Because, she is already carrying the 2 children. So, yeah. And she's a witch. So, makes sense. Outside the house is the dead mother of children, Meta. Adam dug her grave and they both kept the children as their own. Okay. Alright. So Adam buried her. And they both end up keeping the children anyway, because obviously they have no other way. The children have no other place to go. So, wow. Honestly, this is the best video so far. Just this whole set of everything going together. These are the best videos so far This is making me really excited for the future. And we're only on, this was the 11th video out of 69 videos. We are not even scratching the surface of everything that is here. But I am just really excited. So, thank you so much for watching EvilChroni Chronicles episode 3. I really hope the rest of the stories keep going in this direction where most of them are like tied into each other, but they have like this very like epicness about it, but it's also like the way that the videos are timed is so very so it's just so good. So I hope that in the future we have more videos that are like this, and that just makes me so excited. So that was Project Ma, Escape of the Witch, and Moonlit Bear. And next time we'll be doing Ma Survival, Whereabouts of the Miracle, and what's this one again? Clockworker Rogue Collective Music Box. Alright. Arigatou gozaimasu, and let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you have something else, like another project or series to suggest, please leave it down in the comments below, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to continue, if you want me to continue doing EvilChroni Chronicles. So, arigatou gozaimasu, and see you.